A lot of emotion, given what they've just achieved here this afternoon. And they had to roll their sleeves up. Did you like the way that Erling Haaland scrapped, particularly in that second half against
I enjoyed that battle. Yeah, it was really good. And the referee let it get on, but obviously there could have been a sending off. But they were both at it, physical battle. And yeah, I enjoyed that. That's part of the game, the physicality. And I credit to the referee letting him get on with it. But as Haaland just said, he produced the big moment, decisive moment, that winning goal. And credit to these players. And whenever you look at Pep, in terms of peaking at the right time, they do seem to peak, whatever regarding the training, the days off Pep gives, obviously his experience. It helps when you recruit in January. You can bring a couple of top players in, helps the group. But what I still like about this City group and even Pep, that hunger, whatever trophies they've won, the previous success, you saw today how much they wanted that win. And usually produced bits of quality, rode their luck a little bit. Arsenal had big chances, didn't take it. But they are peaking at the right time, and that's what this game's about.
But was that hunger perhaps epitomised by Bernardo Silva? And we've got two of the best Premier League centre midfielders here of all time. And a very fine right-back who won a title with Manchester City as well. But they do come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, don't they, midfield players? And Bernardo is probably one of the smallest, but it doesn't stop him putting such a performance
I think today he really produced an unbelievable performance in possession, but I think we're talking about out of possession, because sometimes when you're in a really difficult period, you just need to put your sleeve up and then just go for the battles for the team. And I think he did it quite really well today. He's a leader of this team. You know, I think everybody's looking at him. So when he's like that and puts his head where the players put in their feet and is giving tackles, that will lift the teams around him.
It's versatility though, isn't he? He's played false nine, he's played right, he's played left, he goes deeper, he controls the tempo of the game, and then he's got a moment in him, you know, to have that sort of performance against Arsenal, who it was always going to be about today. Let's have it right. It was who was going to win this game, who's going to have the momentum, and you need your big players to show up, and he showed up, and that is the difference. Although Arsenal played really well, in the crucial moments, they couldn't get over the line, and that may be the difference at the end of the season.
How confident are you now?
No, I was always confident that if Man City won this, they would win it. But they can't be complacent now. I think that is, they've got to go to Burnley, and like I said before, Arsenal have got 2 games before Man City play again. But if you're looking at that team, and you're looking at the work rate, tactically, and everything they do, the performance, Nico O'Reilly, again, fantastic. You just back Man City just because of the experience.
You said to us a few weeks ago, Patrick, for Arsenal this season, it was now or never. Did you feel that was also the case here this afternoon?
Yes, I was quite confident that they will get a result today. When I say the result is at least a draw, because it's quite a really difficult teams to beat and to score goals. Today, I think they had a good performance, but the difference between good teams and the great teams, the teams who are not used to win and the one who used to win and to compete at this level all the time, you can see the difference today on the field. And those top players make a difference today. The momentum is on City side. It will be really interesting to see how Arsenal will recover, because this is a huge disappointment for them, because they will feel even more the pressure now. And the mental, I always question the mental strength of the team. And I will question it even more now regarding the result of the games today.
Yeah, I agree with Patrick, because they had the chances. You know, the manager, when he reflects on the game, you know, we analyse the game till the cows come home. But if you said before the game you're going to get these type of chances, you got to take them. And some of their big players didn't take them, and obviously that would be the difference in tight games. And remember, a few teams over here have come here the last few months where I know City are doing really well at the moment, but Forest have nicked the result, Chelsea and Brighton. So Arsenal certainly had the capabilities to come get a result today, and they had the chances. They created huge chances, and that will define your seasons, particularly in the tight games, particularly against your biggest rivals. Come the end of the season, that points total will make a big difference, of course.
Do you, though, in some ways, Roy, have to be careful how you reflect on a performance and a defeat like that?
Dead right. I think you have to be critical of yourselves as Arsenal players. You've got to be careful now. I have Odegaard get interviewed a few times, and he's even there afterwards saying, yeah, we played with... You know, they've lost the game. And the goals, early in the season, they weren't conceding many goals, they weren't giving up many chances. No, 2 goals today, 2 goals last week, 2 goals in the couple game with Southampton. They have to be critical of themselves. And I've questioned this group of players about that mentality, getting a grip of each other. I'd want somebody after the game to be really critical, because when they will analyse the second goal, the winning goal, they were all over the place. I think from the goalkeeper to the goal, I'm going to have a guess, was it 10, 11 seconds? Far too easy. So they can sit there, they can speak after the game, and they had the chances, but the winning goal, these are crucial moments. And if you're trying to get your hands on the trophies, these moments are key. We're praising Silva for running back and winning headers against strikers who are 6'4", and we're seeing Man City getting a winning goal. And I guarantee Arteta and his staff and his defensive staff particularly will be going, you'll never win it with title giving up goals like that. Whereas you had that hunger, the desire. We talk about mentality in sport, but mentality is decision-making. We see Martinelli making 1 or 2 rash decisions, almost giving Man City the option to throw it between the lines. And when we see the goal, it's, again, the way I look at it, if you give a goal away like that in training, the manager would stop training and go, lads, are you focused? Are you concentrating? And that moment there, or not making a tackle or Haaland getting the goal at the end, obviously that could be the difference between winning the league and losing it. And so they've got to be self-critical and not come out after the game or the next 3 days when their PR teams are on them going, yeah, we played well, we had chances, and we'll give them a little bit of praise for the chances.
Which they did, yeah.
Yeah, which they did, but we have to be then really critical of the winning goal, because that is the defining moment.
Which we'll come to. But could the mentality actually shift now for Arsenal? Because they've been leading all this time. And certainly in the last few weeks, they've felt City's breath on their neck. It feels like that chase could see City go top on Wednesday night. If they go and win in Burnley, they will be. Now, could that shift the mentality for Arsenal, that they have to respond? They've got 2 games back-to-back before City play again after that.
They have to respond. And you're expecting top players to respond when they have their back against the wall. But Odegaard, I believe that on his interview just now, just said everything right, you know. But I think I agree with Roy that it's important for players to take responsibility as well, because I think today they quite played a good game. But there were a lack of togetherness on the side where we have to be really demanding to each other. They're creating enough chances to at least not losing that game. And I think that what they are missing can have an impact in the game on the result. And it will be important for them to not accepting easily that lost, because they shouldn't lose the game today with the way that they perform, because I think Mikel team selection was right. We was questioning Odegaard and Eze on the field together. But when you analyze the game, I think they had a good game of football. But going back to London with 0 points, I think it became a player's responsibility.
Patrick agrees with Roy. First time for everything. Let's see how that develops over the next hour.